What has 7 letters, is cold, and can make your food life way better and definitely easier? It's the freezer aisle of the supermarket. And yes, I know freezer aisle is more than 7 letters, but 7 just worked. Wait till you see what we're making today. Quick, simple, delicious. That's where I like to live, and we're doing that today. We're in the dairy aisle, we're in the freezer aisle, and we're here today because of easyhomemeals.com. Thank you guys. I'm showing you 5 things that you're gonna love. We're doing breakfast, we're doing lunchy things, we're doing dinner things. You're gonna like them all. And they happen like that because we're using some frozen things, some things from dairy. It all goes together like this. We're starting with breakfast and a spin on a Benedict, which is honestly my favorite breakfast item in the planet. We're gonna change it up a little bit today for you guys. And with a little pot on the heat, we start by making a roux with 2 tablespoons of butter. We let that melt. Okay, I don't need it that hot, for goodness sake. We're just melting it. We're not
vaporizing it?
Vaporizing it, exactly. Okay, and when it is melted, we follow up with an equal amount of flour, and that would be 2 tablespoons, and we mix. I mean, we know what we're looking for here, Chance, don't we? We're looking for this to tighten up. And once the flour is incorporated and smooth, like this, we start adding a cup of milk a little at a time. I love it when it does that. A little more. And you're taking your time with this, so stay smooth. If you slam all the milk in at once, oh, you're gonna have trouble. You're gonna have lumpy, gross trouble. And by the way, you're free to use whatever cheese you like. I've gone with Monterey Jack. I think it's my fave. Okay, milk's in. And when it's nice and smooth like this, we'll start adding a cup of shredded cheese. Thank you, dairy aisle. Also a little at a time to keep it from clumping. So add some cheese, give it a stir. When you see it smooth, add some more. And try not to spill all over the place like I am. And look how gorgeous. That is what you want for your Benedict. But we said spicy, so we give it a few things. Salt and pepper, of course, because it needs it. I'm gonna go with a little sriracha, about a tablespoon. Use less if you don't like heat. And next, about a half a teaspoon of cayenne. I said spicy, I mean, come on. You can't say spice and then not have it be a little spicy. And we mix. Beautiful, right? Let me show you our protein. There they are. Little breakfast sausages right from the freezer aisle, and they're still frozen. So you have options. You could microwave them and that would be a sin, so don't do that. Got a little pan here. We're just gonna put them in here probably 6-7 minutes and they'll be done. So we'll get these started. I'm gonna make 1. I think 3 will fit perfectly. All right, these guys are the halfway point. Let's flip them. Oh, they smell great. Who doesn't love a little morning breakfast sausage? Okay, I'm gonna move them to another burner to let them finish. Now we can poach our egg though. Ready for our poaching. So, simmering water with a little white vinegar in it. This is my egg cracked in here. You can't go straight from the egg to here because if it's a bad egg or you break it, you ruin all your water. So in a little dish first, make yourself a little vortex. This is the tried and true way of poaching an egg. Lightly simmering water, and then once you have your vortex going, you bring your little cup down to the water's edge and release it like this. Slip it in. And that spinning will gather around and help make that into a beautiful little poached egg. And that is gonna take about, 3 minutes. That's about it. I love it when it does this. You're looking for firm white, runny yolk. I'll show you when we get there. Okay, so you see this business, this floating off the side business? It's not gonna ruin anybody's day, but does it give you a beautiful poached egg? I don't think so. So I'll come in with a little strainer thing like this and just take the edges off. Let's see if we flip it. That's looking pretty nice. We come in like this, get rid of the water. And now you can see, yes, the yolk is soft and the white, that's pretty good. I think it needs about another 30 seconds or so. Then we build. All right, we're there. So let's bring our friend out. Get rid of the water. I like to just give him a little bit of drain on paper towel. Get rid of this and build away. We take a waffle. Oh, snap. You thought I was going round. Why would I go round when a Belgian waffle from the freezer aisle is so much more interesting? Now we take our sausages. Sorry, our sausage patties. Look how perfect these guys are gonna live here. Like that. It's like I thought this out. I'll put 2 facing the boys. There we go. And now this beautiful little perfect poached egg. Nobody does it on waffles. With breakfast sausage patties or sauce. And finally, a little bit more salt and pepper, but because it's a spicy version, just a little dusting of cayenne. Oh, look at that. You tell me that doesn't look fantastic. If you are a Benedict lover, I just made you what might be your new favorite. And the moment everyone waits for when there's a Benedict in front of them, the money shot. Bow, chicka, bow, bow. When you fall in love, it will be forever. I'll never fall in love. Oh, come on now. Let's go have a bite, shall we? Look at this. Look at this. Oh, be still my heart. So how do I do this? Let's just go like this, like this. I'm doing this backwards, just trying to get a perfect bite. And, oh, look what I have made myself. Oh, come on. If only.
If only what?
If only you knew how good this was. If only you had this in your mouth right now. And you could. Dairy aisle, freezer aisle, no time at all. Fantastic. Make them. And if this was all we were making today, it would already be worth watching. But it's not. We've got 4 more things coming. Let's start moving into the later parts of the day with, oh, I don't know, like lunch stuff. We start with a sheet pan, give it a quick spray, and we add frozen dumplings. I think these are chicken and pork. You could use veggie, you could use anything you wanted. Just grab them in the freezer aisle. They get a quick spray. Now these go into a 375 oven for about 15 minutes. The pan gets some oil, let it heat up for a second. Then comes our frozen fried rice. Any one you like. Now it's got vegetables. You could absolutely stop there and you would be okay. Or you get enhanced with more frozen vegetables. How about a little broccoli and carrot? How about one of my favorite frozen vegetables, edamame? These guys we mix. You want everybody getting the benefit of a little oil. And on a medium-high flame, in about 15 minutes, these become spectacular. And how convenient that the vegetables and the rice all cook about the same time. Give them a stir every minute or so. You're gonna be in great shape. We are gonna add a couple secrets at the end just to make them a little better. While these are finishing, let me tell you the 5 reasons I love frozen vegetables. Number 1, you're saving time. There's no peeling. There's no de-stemming. There's no de-seeding. It's fantastic. You're saving money, really, because you need edamame. Buy them when they're on sale, stick them in your freezer, because you know they're gonna be around and not go bad for a long, long time. You have more choices. You think about it. You can always get the stuff in the freezer aisle. You can't always get the vegetables that are coming fresh up out of the ground, and that's a fantastic thing. They have a million uses. Pizzas, omelets, the stuff we're making today. Just let your mind go wild. And the last and maybe the most important one, they're just as nutritious as fresh because they're picked at the height of freshness. I mean, it sounds like an overused line, but it's true. Then they're quick frozen and then they're in the store. Freezer aisle waiting for you to get them. I love them. Get a few bags of your favorite stuff, put them in. You're gonna be very, very happy. All right, here we go. Let's finish this off. Well, this is near perfect. And check these spots out. You let it get a little crispy, you get some amazingly delicious bites. All right, I promised we're gonna add a couple things to make it even better, and here's what that will be. Tiny bit of soy sauce, maybe 1, 2 teaspoons, and about a half a teaspoon drizzle of sesame chili oil. Could be just sesame oil. And this we mix. That literally brings it together in the most amazing way, in the most stupendous freezer aisle way. All right, let's put it on a plate. Or what I'm gonna use. We're meal prepping, baby, meal prepping. You don't have to. You could very easily just put this in a big bowl or a plate, but whatever you do, you're gonna be happy. Don't make a mess, Sam, don't make a mess. And look, water chestnut on top for the win. I love water chestnuts. They add that perfect crunch. But don't forget, remember our dumplings? Out of the oven, crispy, beautiful, and ready to go. And you could serve it like that, or you could be green onion crazy like me and add a little bit of that. And now tell me how fantastic that looks. And everything cooks in about, 15 to 20 minutes. You could go just with a bag fried rice, you'd be fine. But the addition of the edamame and the other vegetables that are in here, the carrot, the water chestnut, that's really the thing to do. You hear the crunch from the water chestnut? And then the soy and the sesame oil at the end, insane. And these guys, life is fantastic. But it gets fantasticer because now we're making a sheet pan shakshouka. We go from nothing to everything in, I'd say, less than 20 minutes. Well, you're gonna like this. It's a big bowl, obviously. Here's 2 different types of frozen vegetables. These are peppers and onions, still frozen. And these are carrots, Brussels sprouts, and I think tomatoes, dried tomatoes. Here's what we do. We give them a good splotch of olive oil, hit them with some kosher salt and pepper, season them well, and we mix them. When they're all mixed, we put them on a baking sheet, like this and like this. Spread them out, gorgeous. These go into a 425 oven for 10 minutes. I come back, we make a quick marinara. Okay, technically marinara might have been the wrong term. That's more Italian. We're going more Mediterranean. So we're making a Shakshouka tomato-based kind of thing. Those are crushed tomatoes. We're gonna add the following. Some cumin, chipotle chili powder, smoked paprika. Okay, I know chipotle chili powder might not be Mediterranean, but I like it, so never mind. Garlic powder, good squeeze of olive oil, and of course, salt and pepper. Then we mix. Heavenly, look how fast that was. Technically, it could be a marinara. It could be plain tomato sauce, but that would be boring, so don't do that. This just gets you in the world where the Shakshouka lives. Those are in for 10 minutes. They come out, we stir the veggies, we put some of this business on, we crack some eggs on top, goes back in for another 8 minutes, and we're there. Shakshouka heaven from the freezer aisle, because you can. All right, there's 10 minutes in. Just give them a little stir. Oh, they're softening nicely. It's gonna be great. You're not looking for crisp. That's not what this is about. This is about luxurious, soft, meltingly gorgeous veggies. Now, let's have some fun. Remember this, amazing sauce. So we wanna make 4 spots. This is gonna be enough for 4 eggs, technically 4 people, or 2 people if you want 2 each. So I'm making a spot to put some of this sauce. The eggs are gonna cook in here. Best thing ever. Just need a little valley, that's it. The eggs I now have cracked into a bowl because Shakshouka demands a soft yolk. And if it's broken when you put it in here, you're in trouble. Make a divot, slide it in. Perfect. Make a divot, slide it in. And I should probably say, if you're not a runny yolk person like I am, then feel free to break it. But you're missing out. And the only thing we'll do at this point, a little salt and pepper on everybody, and that's it. Back into our 425 oven, 8 to 9, 10 minutes, depending on your oven. You want a firm white and a runny yolk. See when they come out. And, oh, too far. Look at, beautiful. All right, like, look, I know this looks like a lot, but I love, this needs the green, and the parsley on this is just really, really fantastic. That is something you can write home about, which I don't understand that line, but you could. Beautiful vegetables all the way around. Oh, look here, see? Firm white and nice yolk. Look at that. Perfecto. Some eggs, the sauce, a little sprout, some onion. Seasoned beautifully. Sweet Home Alabama. Not even close. I don't know what a Middle Eastern, Mediterranean inspired song would be that would help me with this, but damn! We're getting a little more serious now. I'm using cauliflower rice next with a little seared fish. You're gonna like this one. Alrighty then, this guy starts with the pan on the heat, a little neutral oil, let it warm up a bit, and when it has, in goes our cauliflower rice. Just like that. Now, like the other things we've done, we just want to toss so everybody gets the benefit of some of the oil. Cauliflower rice is maybe 12 to 13, 14 minutes in a pan like this. There's a steaming version that I'm not really a fan of, but if you'd like that, go ahead. Go ahead. That's my Christopher Walken impression. So as it's heating, we season it a bit. And this will get some oregano, chipotle chili powder. Once again, it's pretty much the only chili powder I keep. Cumin, salt and pepper, and we mix. Oh, we have a couple other things coming down the road, but for now, this is it. So we're gonna give this about 5 minutes to soak in the flavors, cook itself a bit, and we'll be back. It's beautiful. Getting a little bit toasty, which is great. But now let's bring in the rest of what's going with this. So I'm gonna turn this guy this way, trying to make this really easy for the boys. This is a piece of Mahi Mahi. You know that the cauliflower rice came from the freezer aisle. That's our theme. This, same, freezer aisle. So little splotch of olive oil and some seasoning, top and bottom. Let me remind you of something. Simple concept, you probably already know it. Frozen is not a 4-letter word. It's not. Things that come from the freezer aisle, fantastic. Is that in your head? Everybody good with that? The only other thing we're putting on is this little mixture of already what's in the cauliflower. Cumin, chipotle chili powder, and oregano. And we'll do a little bit of this, top and bottom, and this we will now sear in this little pan. Presentation side down first, and in we go. It's probably 4 minutes aside. That's it. And in that time, our cauliflower rice will be finishing. Okay, I'm ready to flip this kid. So let's do that. Nice. Look at, you can see the color here. It's about a quarter of the way done. That's what I like. Cook it about a quarter of the way, flip it, let it go another quarter of the way. You keep it kind of medium rare inside, which is great. I'm gonna add butter to this pan in about 2.5 minutes. But back over here on the cauliflower rice side, I got one thing I want to add, and that is a couple tablespoons, maybe 3, of enchilada sauce. Obviously red enchilada sauce. Wow. Okay, this is done. I'm gonna take this off the heat. I can warm it back up right at the last second if I need to. I have one more thing to finish it, but right now, we're on to the fish. And now, a little knob of butter. We're gonna let this melt. We're gonna baste our fish a bit. Everything's better with butter. I believe we all understand that concept. All right, we're just gonna let this guy finish right there. Ooh, I can't wait. I'm looking for my fish to be, I'd say anywhere between 130, 135. Keep it nice and moist. This is perfect. Let me take this off, bring back the rice, cauliflower rice I'm talking about, of course. And I'm gonna add one thing to finish it off, and that will be juice of about half a lime, just to zip it up a bit. Wow. One quick stir, and we can plate. This backwards plating is for the birds, man. It really is. We need more cameras. Get them behind me. That's what we want. And now this beautiful piece of fish, like that, and that's it. Oh, of course. Look at you, gorgeous. Wow. I could bring that out to someone sitting in a restaurant and say, hey, it's the special of the day. They'd eat it, they'd go crazy, they'd love it, they'd say, where'd it come from? And I'd say, the frozen food oil. Look at what I have, still steaming. Oh, the fish. Look at that perfect white, moist, tender, amazing color. Okay, tender is not a color, but I think you know what I mean. And now, holy mother of pearl. Not gonna lie, one of the greatest things I've made in a long time. I don't cook with cauliflower rice enough. I know that. Mahi I love. It's way less expensive when you buy it like this than buying it from the seafood vendor guy. No offense to the seafood vendor guys, but this is insane. One last thing. We're gonna do a little fusion thing. Asian inspired beef stroganoff. Oh, hold on to your shorts. All right, this guy's fun. This is a pan, it's on the heat. We're gonna give it a little neutral oil. And then these were frozen vegetables, the Asian combination that you cook just in the bag in the microwave. These we will add to this little pan. And the water chestnut is back, my love. All right, let's warm these guys up. This is gonna take, I don't know, 3 minutes. All right, while those vegetables are finishing, this is a jar of beef gravy. We're shortcutting like crazy today. Regular beef gravy, but I'm gonna add about 1.5 teaspoons of dark soy sauce. Remember, fusion, we mix. In any world, this is gonna make the flavor so much better. This will now go in here. It bubbles away. It makes us very happy that it's doing that. And now look, now it's completely stopped, but that's okay. It's gonna come back. And when it does, we're only a small handful of ingredients away from a beautiful finished Asian beef stroganoff. One of those will be a couple tablespoons of chili sauce, like that. Give that a little mix. And we all know that beef stroganoff is that silky, beautiful texture, right? So let's add something to help us get there. And that will be some sour cream, one of our best friends from the dairy aisle. I said shortcut, and I meant shortcut. Now we're getting there. And the vegetables aren't that weird. I mean, they're Asian inspired-ish. Sugar snap peas, broccoli, carrots. They could go in any direction. Stroganoff normally has mushrooms and onions, so neither of those for us today, but we're missing a couple things. One would be some noodles. And these were frozen yakisoba noodles. Frozen yakisoba noodles. You don't always have to use the egg noodles. We're definitely going off script. We're mixing. Oh, this gorgeous smell on top. And remember I promised meatballs. Freezer aisle. These were in a bag. They were rock hard a little while ago. You can microwave them, or you can put them on a sheet pan like this, throw them in the oven, and get them way better. And now we mix. We let the meatballs warm through, and we'll be done. Wow, it's beautiful. Meatballs now warm through. Everybody gets a final mix. Does it look like beef stroganoff that you know? No, it doesn't. Is it gonna be delicious? Absolutely. Let's just try some, shall we? Ah, it's gonna. That little back note of the soy. So good, so good. And the vegetables, still tender, still a little crisp to them, just the way they should be. The vegetables cooked, by the way, in like 3.5 minutes. Come on now. No chopping, no cutting, no nothing. Today's been fantastic. It's been quick, it's been simple, and it's been uber delicious. And let's not forget the sweepstakes.